The most bizarre and brutal series of crimes in America.
Hello. How's it going, guys? How is it going? How we doing today? Let me move my shit around. So, let's see. Dude, I am in the process of like a massive workspace rebuild that has been kind of ongoing for like, I don't know, I don't even know how long it's been. Hold on, let me let's fade in here. Okay, I have to figure out a better way to do this. So I've been rebuilding my setup, my whole sort of work / streaming setup. Nothing that you guys would be able to see, but basically, like, I've been cleaning up my desk. I've been sort of slowly rewiring everything, reorganizing everything. I think the major problem that I have not sort of been able to solve right now is the whole tablet / monitor problem. Who's emailing me? No one. Let's turn this down, because I don't need it. And again, this is not something you guys can see, but the way that it currently is that my tablet is on an Ergotron arm, and I sort of have to bring it down in front of my computer screen, or like one of my screens, in order to in order to use the tablet, because you know, can't use the tablet unless it's on the desk. But the sort of caveat of that is that at least one of my computer screens, which is the one that's directly in front of me right now, I can only see about half of it because the tablet covers up pretty much the lower half. The other problem is my keyboard. I have to like physically move my keyboard off to the side, and out of the way, and then kind of move my macro pad in here. I'm working on a solution for the macro pad. I'm gonna be trying to design and 3D print a sliding thing. I 3D printed this really interesting sliding thing. So I have a Stream Deck that I never ever use. I've had it for years now, and I never use it. And the reason I never use my Stream Deck for anything is because it was always like kind of out of the way. It was like across my desk and, you know, under stuff in my monitors, and not really within easy reach. And so there was nothing I could put on it. Like, the only things that I ever put on it were like stream stuff, like launching, like I tried to put OBS control and other stream related things, but it was just too out of the way, and it never really ended up being worth using. And so what I recently did is I 3D printed a mount that holds the Stream Deck keyboard, and it's in a little sliding drawer now, like under my desk here. So it, like, when I need it, I can just pull it out. It's at hand level. I can just pull it out and use it, and then I can slide it back in. I haven't set up any macros on it yet. I will sometime soon, but I haven't yet. I'm probably gonna do that with my macro keypad. The problem is that I haven't decided how that's gonna work, because it needs to be a lot stronger to, you know, since I'm gonna rest my hand on it. All of that out of the way. I don't know what I want to do with my monitors. I feel like I need to bring them up so they're like at least like 6 inches higher in the air than they are right now, but I think that means I might need a whole new monitor stand. I don't know. This is all stuff that I've been thinking about recently. I hope you guys aren't. Thank you for listening to my rambling. Okay. Oh, okay, so hold on. Color picker. Oh, that's I gotta set up a different macro for that. I thought that was Alt. Why did I think that was Alt? Okay. Keypad. This is I. There we go. There we go. Way better. So also, by the way, I replaced my keypad with a new mechanical one, which is a lot. It's gonna be very, very weird, because I don't have visual on what these keys are, and also it didn't have certain keys that my other one did, so it's gonna be a little weird. It's gonna be something I have to get used to. Yeah, I'm trying to kind of clean up my space and just, you know, I'm just trying to make it a little bit more functional. I'm a very messy person, right? And so like I'm very naturally kind of messy, and so it's just, you know, it's time for a spring cleaning. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. How you guys doing? How's everything? How's your day? I'm gonna hop into I'm going to Discord to see if anyone wants to hang out. I'll just be there. I always do this, but no one does. Off topic, no, there's no such thing. What canvas size? That depends on what I'm like the project is. But usually sorry, I gotta get used to these keys. Usually if I'm gonna be doing a like a big cover painting or a big like illustration, I usually start by focusing on the dimensions rather than the actual size itself. So like if I'm working on like something that's supposed to be a cover or like a full page, I'll start with a full page, just rate, like not the actual dimensions, but you know what I mean, like the fucking ratio, whatever. And I'll use that to do my sketches or my thumbnails, and then usually I'll blow it up because I want more fidelity when I'm actually painting. Like right now, I'm working at 5,700 by 7,600, which is fine. You know, I could go bigger, but I don't think I need to. Like this is about as far as I can. This is about as far as I can zoom in. While it will be pixely, but it's tolerable. But I don't like. It's not so much about the dimensions themselves, so much as it is just about getting your ratios right. But that said, it is, you know, it's a good idea to like understand what you're trying to accomplish and work to that size. Ooh. Okay, I accidentally pressed my delete key. I'm still getting used to this macro pad, guys. Very much still getting used to this. Seems when I start with 4K by 4K and zoom in. Yeah, well that's the thing, right? Is like, it depends on what your goal is, right? And it depends on how, like, it's fine to work really large if your computer can handle it, and also understand that if you work super large, you run the risk of, as I tend to do, overdoing the small details that are just going to get lost at the size that it's going to actually be viewed, right? Remember that images are only ever going to be seen, like, with the... you're not doing print art, so nothing's for you is going to be printed super huge, but I assume, but okay, that's an assumption. You might be, I don't know, but if you're just doing normal, like, normal, fun illustration stuff, then it's not really a thing you have to worry about. Like, you can honestly just paint small and no one will care. Like, no one will ever know. Or you can paint it as small, like, because those pixels are, yes, they're gonna show up when you zoom in a lot, but at the resolution people see the image, they're not gonna see it, you know? Trying to learn to do paper animations, mouths. Do you have an easy way of doing mouths? I'm not an animator, so the answer is not really. I have ways that I do them, but I tend to do them more for like single expression stuff, and not and like when you're doing mouths for animation, that's a whole different ball game, right? Because what you need to focus more on when you're doing animation is less on the actual inherent anatomy, because you're unlikely to be doing like all of the detailed, like, lips and stuff, scrunch and stretch and all the stuff that will come with trying to render, a nice looking mouth or mouth region for an illustration. What you're more likely to do is you're more likely to kind of eschew all of that stuff in favor of making sure that you have a strong fundamental grasp of, what is it, like 8, there's like 8 mouth shapes, I think, something like that. I don't know offhand, but basic mouth shapes is like, and also, it really depends, right? Because how you do those, right, is actually also very important. And what I mean by that is, like, it depends what style you're trying to animate to, right? Like, are you trying to animate, like your average, like, Sunday morning cartoon style, where it's like, or I guess cartoon animation today is very different than it used to be, but where now, like, everything is just kind of pawned off on like stock, like, computer stuff, you know what I mean? Like, where there really isn't that much complex animation going on. I don't know. Look, I'm not an animator. You'll unfortunately have to take it up with someone who is. Very little I can confidently say in that department. Also, okay, side point, but so this is an entirely side point. But I just commented to someone about this. I don't know if you guys use Twitter. I don't know how much Twitter you guys do. I have to figure out what that key is. But there's I guess this this sort of this thing. I don't know if it's like, it seems to be like a plague. And ever since I started interacting with like VTubers and their content on Twitter, it's kind of been popping up, like, because my sort of feed, the stuff that I get is basically now is a lot of VTuber stuff and a lot of artist stuff, and well, VTubers and streamers in general, they're kind of like mixed in. I don't really engage with any of the stuff in the, I guess fandom is the word for it, because I'm not really a part of it, but I do engage with streamers, and so that kind of becomes like a thing. Anyway, so one of the things that I've been seeing a lot, and it's been popping, and literally, like, I just moused over to my Twitter tab, and it, just to see if I got a notification for something, and there's this influx, this huge plague now of people who are like on Twitter, they'll post a thing and they'll be like, I'm looking to commission artists, post your information with some of your whatever, and the account is very much, like, very obviously a bot account, and like the replies are a stream of also bot accounts, and also like amateur artists who are just super desperate to, make even like $5 or, doing a commission. It's such a weird thing to watch. Oh my god. First of all, why is that so low? Second of all, dude, Urge, thank you so much for the the gift sub, man. Thank you. Oh, that's right. I totally forgot to start this thing. Shit. I totally forgot that. I totally forgot to start the thingy. That reminds me. Okay. Yeah, so thank you so much, man. In case you guys don't know, so I'm sort of in the process of negotiating out a new PC purchase. And my current PC is on its last legs. It's got issues. It's old. It has been abused to hell and back, and so it needs to be replaced. And so anything I totally forgot to put up all this stuff. So hold on, let me do this now. So I'm gonna be hanging out. I'm gonna be streaming for my full 6 hours. KOFI. So we do have KOFI works. Right, anything works. I took the donation bar off from KOFI because I don't know, it feels weird to have to leave it up when it's been there for so long, but like no one will touch it. So I'll just leave the prompt on screen. But I do have a KOFI donation goal. Any way that you would like to support is fine. I generally encourage people only to subscribe if you really want the Twitch emotes, right? Like, it's a gray area, but like obviously Twitch takes a huge cut, and so I really only encourage people to do it if they if they want the emotes. However, that said, sorry, I'm looking for another image here. uh, what's it called? Yeah, there we are. Okay. If it's what you wanna, if it's how you wanna support, that's how you wanna support. Right? Who am I to deny? All right. So, for $20, I will do a on Coffee or Direct. I will happily do a sketch of your sketch requests, and for what's it called, and then donos, subs, or I guess subs, bits, all that stuff. Technically, will also increase how long I stay on stream today, past my normal 6 hours. I fucking hate, like, this is the thing, right? I absolutely hate having to, like, treat Twitch like a, like, or streaming like it's a thing where I have to, like, ask people to contribute or donate money or whatever. But stuff's hard out. It's hard out there today, man. I have massive student loan bills. I'm incurring a pretty sizable bill to replace my computer. Like, and work has been kind of dry recently. So it's kind of I'm not proud of it, but we gotta do what we gotta do, right? It's this or get a real job is what I'm trying to say. And you guys know that I'm not cut out for real work. I'm too soft and squishy. There was actually, dude, there was a thing, I don't even remember when it was. This was like, I saw this recently, but I don't know how recently. It was a little while ago. Was that that people were saying that, like, Twitch's gift sub thing is so weird. Like, I don't know what the logic behind it is, but people were, like, questioning how the logic behind its, how it selects who to give the gift sub to, because if you go into a big streamer and give some subs, I guess it's like there's a very significant chance that they'll just go to bot accounts. Anyway, if you guys want to support your 17th favorite streamer, consider hitting up the Ko-fi page, dropping a sub, anything like that. It's all very much appreciated. Or just, just hang out and chat. We all know. Everyone is sort of aware of Twitch's whole viewer weirdness thing that's been going on, right? Take that as a no. No one knows. We're all silently unaware. No, Twitch has been Twitch has had some issues recently. And their whole thing is like they even responded to this, by the way. They responded on like I think on Discord. I don't know, they responded to someone about it, and basically they're currently Twitch's thing is that like the responsibility for being counted in chat as an active chatter or an active viewer falls on the viewer themselves, meaning that like if you want to like work and this is like I don't say this to, I'm not here blaming anyone. You guys do what you want to do, but according to Twitch, you are responsible for the fact that like if you're tabbed out or watching in the background or whatever, your Twitch doesn't count you as active, and that's your problem. That's not their problem. And it's like fucking bro. Hey, what's up, Genie? Speaking of problems. I don't know. It's super weird. It's not a thing that I deal with personally because, you know, I mean, I guess it is, maybe. I wouldn't say that I'm suffering from it at all. It's, you know, but it is a thing that does exist, which is the fact that, hey, what's up? That, like, people with way more concurrent viewers than me will notice that their live viewership is less than half, even though ostensibly there's like double the amount of people actually viewing the stream, but Twitch only considers like less than half of them to be quote-unquote active. Do you have any thoughts or experience with Huion Canvas? So the only experience let me see. I think the answer is no, but so let me look, because I did buy a Huion once. It was not one of so it was not one of their display tablets. Which, and also mine was years ago. I don't even know if they make, when did they, yeah, I don't even know if they make the one that I bought, which it was a long time ago, so I don't even know if they make the model that I actually bought. But I bought a Huion forever ago, and I had some problems with it. Specifically, my problems were the fact that the pen that it came with was wired. It required a wire to be plugged into. Like, you plugged the pen into the computer or an outlet or whatever. Otherwise, it would run out of battery, which is fucking nonsense. Like, that, I thought that was the stupidest thing ever, because tablet pens aren't supposed to run out of battery. Like, that's just a thing I'd never experienced before. And also, I do recall that I wasn't, like, there were some minor issues, I thought, with the levels of sensitivity. Now, that is to say, this was a very old tablet, and it wasn't one of their screen tablets. So, this was years ago. My guess is they have gotten, at least the technology that they employ has gotten way better since then. And so, my answer would be go for it. I don't see any reason why it would be a bad choice. I personally recommend, at least my personal recommendation based on what I use, is XP Pen. You don't have to.